everybody, welcome to AFTERBUZZ TV. Tonight we're talking 6 on History, Episode 5, Masks. On tonight's episode, Coddler starts rehab, Michael and Gina working together, and live in studio tonight, we got Jaylen Moore who plays Fishbait, and we're going to talk to him all things 6. Stick around, yes!
You're tuning into the destination for TV superfan discussion, AFTERBUZZ TV. And now, let the buzz begin.
Hey, this is it.
Come on, Rock!
It's time for the 6.
What?
We made it.
What?
You guys made it.
You're here!
on history, oh my God!
Jaylen made it!
He's here.
Welcome, one and all, yes!
Oh, and we got the lights. Come on now.
6 on History,
Hey,
live
now.
here at AFTERBUZZ TV, streaming all worldwide for the world to see. It's
Hey.
fantastic.
All the way to Afghanistan and Egypt and back. Yes, very good.
Oh,
Mira,
Who said that?
If we're gonna do accents, I can do one too.
And the Habibi. we can do
Okay,
that
and I
too,
can do
eh?
the Spanish.
I can do
And I'll do my
that.
southern accent, huh, guys? Hey, everybody, my name is Daniel Lindgren. Let's go down the line and introduce our special guest.
Oh, caught me drinking water. Jaylen Moore from 6 on History. How are you?
And your favorite Afro-Latinas in the house, Franceli Chapman. What's good?
That's right. Guys, make sure you stick around to the end of this episode because I've got my top 6. Yeah, that's right, top 6 because this is 6 on History. Top 6 pictures that I found on the internet that feature Jaylen Moore. And we're going to talk about
Snap. You did some
I'm
digging.
excited.
them. And it's going to be fun.
It's
I
gonna
did
be
do
good.
some digging.
I'm already
It's
trying to
gonna be
think
good.
right now what you found, dude.
It's gonna be good.
I found some great
I don't
photos.
even know.
I think I told my publicist, take everything off it. No, I don't know.
They're still up. And we're going to get your reactions for that. And Sally's
Yeah.
going to do her reactions and overall thoughts about that. Oh,
Yes,
speaking of
yeah.
overall thoughts, Sally. Overall thoughts of this episode 5,
Ooh.
Masks.
Can we just... First of all,
Yeah,
shout outs to the writers. Hail
Yeah.
the writers.
exactly.
Yes.
You know, because again, and I'm going to keep saying it every time we do the after show for season 2, that time and time again, this show proves that I don't need to always be on the battlefield to be entertained, to be invested, to be involved.
Right.
The writing is just so brilliant. It's captivating. They hit on so many issues that need to be addressed about not just the world and the community, but specifically our veterans and what they go through and what they need and what they lack. And this was very special and important to me in terms of mental health and suicide. I mean, anyway, we'll get into it. But
Right.
yes, overall, excellent, amazing. I
should
loved
name
it.
those writers real quick. I mean, literally, it's Bill Broyles, David Broyles,
Yes.
creators of our show, I
Yes.
should say. Bill Broyles, David Broyles, Bruce McKenna, Alfredo Barrios, Emmy Greenwist, and Max Adams, and Vincent Pagano. Those were our writers for season 2, and they are phenomenal.
Amazing.
And do everything they can to bring the realness to our show, walking that line to where they can, you don't want to compromise the truth of and safety of our warriors that are truly on the line, but you do take stories and what we're allowed to say,
Right.
and maybe things that have happened or maybe are currently happening, and sprinkle it in the storyline so you can give the viewer and the audience is as much realism as you can have.
And you guys are watching the episode for the first time, like the totality of it with the rest of us, right?
Yeah, well, I had a little bit of a preview prior to,
Yeah.
because of ADR work.
Okay,
Sneak peek,
okay.
I had a little
Sally.
sneak
Okay.
peek. I had a little sneak peek.
But what's it like at these Twitter parties? Like, what's your overall thoughts of the episode when you get to watch it with
y'all
everyone?
better join me at one of my Twitter parties. It was at my
If
crib
we're
earlier.
invited, we're coming.
Shoot,
what do you
you
think?
can come next
What's the
Wednesday.
guy-girl ratio at one of these Twitter parties?
Well, I don't
Dan's
know.
trying to find
What?
him.
What? Just asking.
Bear, Calder, Fishbait,
Okay.
Chase, Buddha. I mean, I don't know, man.
Sausage Fest. Got it.
Obviously, Seal Fest.
Seal Fest.
Seal Twitter Fest.
There it is.
Yes.
Very nice. So much fun. Jaylen, I want to know, what are your overall thoughts on just the season so far? I know you can't give us a lot about what's going to happen next, even though
Right.
we're going to try to pry it out of you throughout this next
Right.
30 minutes.
Yeah.
But overall thoughts of what's happened in season 2 so far in the first 5 episodes.
Darth Vader shows up at the finale.
Got it.
Got it.
Good.
Shoot, I'm so sorry. I'm gonna
Any
lose my
Chewbacca
job.
references? we got
Yeah,
going
oh
there?
my God! Do not tell David I told y'all that. Well, look, so far for those of you that are caught up, and I may say a few things that might be spoiler alerts if you're not caught up from this evening. So
Spoiler
Oh,
alert.
why
yeah.
did you do that?
That was good. I planned that. No, not really, but that was a good one. Where did it come from? So In regards to episodes 1 through 5, I mean, if you are caught up, then there's, as you can see, this season is much darker.
Yeah, okay, good.
We are touching on the base of, again, a lot of realism, a lot of raw truth, and a reflection of the life of these real warriors and what they go through.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's like, as an audience, as you watch a TV show, you kind of always think like, oh, well, the good guy's always going to win, right? But how? And so it's really challenging for writers and actors to bring to life an obstacle that you watch and you're like, will he survive? Will he not? I mean, you know, and will that person make it or not? And so the writing just kind of twists with your mind. And in addition to like all the war and the fighting and what we're portraying, it's really cool this season to show the battle at home. And you see where our heroes per se don't always win, if that makes sense.
Right.
That's kind of where I was going with that in a weird way.
No, and that's what they're showing in this season. Is they're showing the battle on and off the court, as you can say, right?
Yes.
And that brings us into our first topic tonight, which I want to get into, which is Cobbler and his rehab. Calder.
But I like Cobbler. Let's call him Cobbler. Kyle Schmid.
Peach
your
cobbler.
new name's Cobbler.
I eat a lot of peach cobbler, so that's my bad.
Cobbler.
I just want to give a shout out to Kyle because he did an incredible job this episode. I mean, he's a great actor, period. But I feel like this was his episode. It really highlighted him and to see his tender moments and just, I mean, the acting tonight was incredible.
Calder did
so
great.
tender.
Alex, I
So
say,
good.
yeah.
Ironically, Calder, aka Kyle Schmid, is my swim buddy. What that means is, which we'll get into later, so we can go to that. But briefly, if I can touch on it,
Sure.
Through boot camp and from the very beginning, we were partnered up with people, and it's been interesting to see how personalities and everything work out. And Kyle and I were paired together, so it was called a swim buddy. And then season 2, that boot camp was called like a shooter buddy, but we're like swim buddies for life, you know. And,
And
so
you guys wear like the
it's
water
funny.
wings and stuff? Or?
Dude, we wear like the same Speedos. You know?
Sweet, man.
It's pretty
Awesome.
cool. Like, you know,
dude.
dude, we should come back. Like, we do karate together in the garage. You know,
Yeah.
it's pretty awesome. And so Kyle's in Moscow right now at the World Cup, and I'm so jealous.
I saw his tweets.
Yeah.
I saw
We
him
tried to
tweeting.
get
and
him
so
in here. He
I
us.
told him, I'm like, I'm going after Buzz tonight, and I'm gonna hold it down. And I'm gonna talk a lot about fish bait and Calder because you're my swim buddy, and I'm definitely gonna give you a shout out. So yes, shout out to him. Piggybacking on what you said, Kyle gave a phenomenal performance this evening, and he always does. And it's you know actors are good when you watch the show, and you watch your own show, and you can really enjoy it and still be moved. Even though you're on set in the moment,
it's crazy.
like
Yeah,
Barry and Kyle and whether Dominic, Olivia, Nicola, I mean everybody in the cast, Edwin, Eric Layden, you know, Eric Palladino.
don't forget anybody.
Everybody. Well, it's true. Like honestly, the cool thing, we don't have a weak link on the show, which is really great. Casting and our writers and our development team did such a great job in filling this show, and I'm kind of shocked, to be honest. Why aren't we in an Emmy run, to be real?
Come on now. Let's
because
speak that.
Make it happen.
I'm just gonna put it out there and say that I'll be real, because I would love the Academy voters to really take a look at this show, not from a point of view of like, oh, it's a war show or it's a Republican show or it's a Democrat show. I would love for you to watch this show and see a bunch of human beings that are struggling to do something that they truly believe in protecting the soil they live on, but then seeing the battles they go through at home. That's what I want to see, and I definitely think there should be a for your consideration next year on the show.
Come on now,
I think we
Emmy,
got robbed.
for your consideration.
And,
That's what I think it should be,
and
yes.
speaking of phenomenal performances, let's get into Dawn Foster, who's played by Savannah Welch. And Sally, I know you had a lot of thoughts on this and her performance tonight.
Many I mean, everyone did. Like the Twitter feed was going retarded about this
blowing up.
incredible woman. Because honestly, when she came on the scene, I mean, I was tweeting Kyle. I said, "Oh my gosh, I love her." You know, like I loved her wit. I love her intelligence. I loved just her sense of humor. I loved her badassness. Like there was just so many layers to this character. It was a great new addition to the show. And seeing
amazing.
a woman at war, because the women we see have been the wives, and now Olivia, you know, Gina. And so, Gina's her own kind of badass, but she's not necessarily doing what the Six is doing. And obviously this character, you know, she's a badass because she don't got a leg, you know, like she's out there really doing the thing. She got the Marine shirt. So shout outs to the Marine Corps, USMC, you know.
Jaylen,
I got a lot of friends in the Marine Corps. So
I see that.
Shouts
I'm like,
out every
dope.
week.
Hoorah.
That USMC, I'm like, sweet. Don't forget about the Navy. The show's about. No, I'm kidding.
Jaylen
Every
is,
military branch, we love you, but it's true though, and I really mean that.
Yes.
Is she alive still? Jaylen, can you tell us that, please?
Savannah, the actress Savannah
No,
is
come
alive.
on. Yeah.
Well,
No, you know what I mean.
The actress Savannah is alive. She's a friend and she's amazing.
Sally, I
Is that
think
what
she's
you meant?
alive. I think she's alive. Is she alive?
Oh, you're talking about the
Dawn
character
Foster.
Dawn?
Dawn Foster, of course.
Oh, the character
Dan,
Dawn. You know what's
she's
crazy?
alive. The letter
had a mind
says
lap.
so.
Okay.
The letter said so.
But my-
Did it?
Thank you, Jalen. I'm gonna say this because
Letter. Yes, you want to.
Yeah,
Just
it's
to
like
get-
a Leo video. I
Yes.
don't know. She might be alive.
just to get you going, Sally, she put a gun to her head. I know he would have found her body. I get it that she's not dead there, but she's serious. She's suicidal, and and that's like a big topic of the show tonight. So who says she didn't do it the next day or the next day, the next day?
Okay.
I hope she comes back. By the way, I love that relationship. I want to see it grow.
This is what happens with me and you, Dan,
There we
because
go.
you always got something to say, and you're not getting the point of this.
All right, go.
You know,
Tell me what's up.
the beautiful thing about the writing is that you do get to a really, really dark place, and like I said, this. Okay, I'm not gonna get emotional. This hits really home for me. Like I said, I have a lot of friends that have been through the military, and a friend in particular who, you know, promised to write me letters every day when they got deployed, and the letters got darker and darker as time went by, you know. And so there's this shift that happens to people, and you come home and you don't feel the same, you know. Civilian life doesn't feel the same, and so here she is trying to have be a civilian. She doesn't know what that feels like, and everything's been taken from her husband, her life as she knows it, and she just feels like there's no reason to live. And then she meets this man who gives her a spark of breath, a spark of light, a little light at the end of the tunnel, which is her saving grace, is the olive branch, as I would say, you know, that happens in this episode. And I'm thankful for that, because everyone who's in this dark space, they need some light. And that's why I always feel it's so important to shine light in the world. And you don't know how much just saying good morning to someone or giving them a hug could completely change their plan. Because she had a plan.
Right.
But God had another plan.
Are you saying that I need to go hug everybody that I
Listen,
like on the
free
street?
hugs.
Like,
I hugged the homeless lady today. It was the
really?
most amazing experience, let me tell you. But we'll talk about that after.
Okay.
Free hugs.
And now you're hugging Jaylen Moore.
Yes, I'm hugging
Oh,
her.
we're reaching
Hugs
across.
all
I'm coming out of
around.
frame. I'm coming out of frame.
Hugs all around.
That was such a man hug. He was like, yeah.
No, I'm into it.
That was like a Vince
I'm into
Vaughn
it. Hey,
wedding crash, like ass out hug. Here we go. Yeah.
you say that now until you see the pictures I picked out because I like
Wait
them
till
so
we
much.
stand up.
Winky
You're getting
face.
a nice big hug from me.
All right, crotch to crotch. I hope.
Obviously, it's the only way to do it.
All
Real
right,
men.
good. Well, we could have done a prom photo from '95, high school prom.
That'd be phenomenal.
That
Can
we-
you please take a photo
we
like that?
we would definitely take as many as you want,
Danny
Jaylen.
and I, that'd be great. Perfect.
If she was so excited about her like newfound olive branch with Alex, why do you think that she didn't want to like stay then and build that relationship more? That's I guess where I'm confused and where I want to know more.
Then you have to watch.
we have to keep
I
watching.
understand that, but I just mean I'm gonna watch probably considering we
Consider we do
we
this.
talk about this every week. I don't know. That's where I am with it though. I really wanted to see where that went, and I think she'll come back before the end of the season.
But again, as my folks would say, deep calls on the deep. You know, whatever's on the inside of you is what you attract. And so these are two broken, hurting people that are in this place of trauma. And that's what connected them. And that's what kind of allows both of them to unveil their masks, which was let's just, again, the writers, thank you, God, for just talking about, because we do wear masks. When people are like, oh, how are you? And they're like, I'm good.
Are you good?
But a lot of times
Where's
we're
that
not.
mask?
And
Right.
a lot of times when people ask how you're doing, they don't really want to know how you're doing, which is why people don't feel like they want to answer.
It's become like an automated thing. Like
It really is.
I guess what you should do now is people say, how you doing? And be like, hold on.
Hold on.
Yes.
Ask me again.
Seriously, I mean,
you really mean that?
Every time I ask someone how they're doing, they say I'm good, and I think I say it too. I think
Right.
we're all guilty of it in a way.
So here's my question then.
Here we go.
Shout outs to TV series Hub, who interviewed you.
Yes.
They were tweeting us tonight, and they wanted to ask the panel, what do you think would be on the rest of the team's masks? So what do you think would be on Fishbait's mask?
Wow. Oh, that's a great. Yeah.
Yeah.
There you go.
Ooh, that's a good question.
Because Calder's mask had like the superhero stuff
Yeah. Well,
behind it.
Did she? What was on her mask, by the way? Before
It was two sides. It was two
It was two
faces.
faces, like
Trying to
breaking
come
apart.
together.
right, breaking
Yeah.
apart. Right.
Yeah, or maybe coming together. Well, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, either
It's all
way,
perception.
Yeah. That art will do that.
what would be on fish baits? Yeah.
Thanos. Deep inside, Fishbait just wants to kill everybody. He's just a deadly sniper. He's just like, I will reset life.
Avengers. Let's get into some Avengers talk right now. Yeah.
Such an Avengers geek.
Oh, that last movie. But anyway,
Jalen's mask, Thanos, but no. Fishbait's mask. You know what? That's a good question. Just off the cuff right now, I would say with that character, he's as strong and anchored as he is within the team, and being that guy that you can depend on, especially being the sniper of the team. I feel that Fish would most likely in his mask have maybe something similar to maybe like a yin and yang, like something with balance, because he does battle a lot on in the inside. You know, when in the story, as you saw a little bit on season 1 and possibly coming up season 2, might be a spoiler alert.
And a little in episode 4 of season 2, right? We saw a little bit of that your story there.
Yeah. And actually in the finale of season 1, Fishbait he shot the character Akmal in the neck. Who's another Muslim.
Okay.
So
right.
Yeah.
Saying that is there, Fishbait being a religious and devout Muslim, but being a devoted, to his team and an American, Navy SEAL. There's obviously no hesitation there when it comes to a trigger and defending what he believes is correct. And so I feel that if he made a mask, there would be something in there similar to showing a little bit of turmoil and pain, but then also the bravery and the hero. So I kind of picture maybe something like a yin and yang or something with balance, because he's the one that always tries to walk that line. And maintain that. Man, that's got deep, didn't it?
Yeah, that's
did.
good.
Talking about
I like it.
masks.
I like it.
That's TV series Hub's fault.
I want to know.
Bear would just be a bear. It'd be like a bear
His
emoji.
last-
holding a alcoholic beverage.
It'd be like a bear emoji, and then Chase would just be probably like a chef hat because he likes to cook.
I need to find out.
Let me tell you everybody's actually. That's what we're gonna do.
Okay, yes, go down the
do
line.
that.
Eric Layden, Trevor, his would be probably like a big ass like Texas flag or something
Okay.
with like a
That
gun,
makes
and just
sense.
being like yeehaw, like something just stupid like that.
Yeah. Is his? Did I hear this right on the show? Why was he being nicknamed Peanut? Is that a real thing? What was that about?
There was an attempt to create a nickname for the character Trevor, Peanut.
Is it done now? Like I don't get it.
And it didn't really
didn't
fly. It didn't really.
made an appearance.
we all kind of like. One of our writers tried to push it, and Eric was like, "This is dumb. It's not going to work." And so we played with it. It was funny, but then it just didn't work.
I knew I heard it in one episode, but it never got mentioned
never
again. I brought
again.
it up with Sally. She's like, I didn't hear it. I'm like, I swear I heard them call him Peanut one time.
Yeah, Trevor became Trevon because Eric Layden, who plays Trevor, who is a really just brilliant actor.
Yes, he's brilliant because I don't like him.
There's moments when we were on set of this actual episode, and if I go through my phone now, it'll take too long, but I have a video that I'll show you afterward that he's on the boat, and he, Edwin Hodge, who plays Chase, his Instagram handle is @chaotic_symphony.
Right.
So Eric immediately took to that, and he's like, "Chaotic Symphony, what's that?" He's like, "You can't see me, Chaotic Symphony," and Eric just goes this thing, and then Juan and all of us started calling him Trevon. You're like, "You're not even Trevor. Your name is Trevon." Like we just started messing with him, and I don't know. He's hilarious. So behind his mask, who knows what would be behind Eric's? Probably like a $sign with like bling. I don't know. Behind Trevor's mask, Michael Nazari's mask would probably. I'm not going to get into that.
All right.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Wow.
Speaking of
Wait,
Michael
wait,
Nasri,
wait,
let's
wait.
get into Michael and Gina. But
Okay.
first, if you want to give,
Yes, guys,
Yeah.
make sure that not only do you subscribe and like and comment right here with us on AfterBuzz TV Dramas, we're also on iTunes. So you can
Yes.
listen to us on the go. Make sure you give us those 5 stars, rate us.
Right.
And do all of that because we love you guys. So thanks for hanging out with us here and on iTunes and on YouTube.
Michael Nazari and Gina working together in a weird way. I don't know if they're actually on the same team, if they're not, if he's trying to trick her, if she's trying to trick him. I have no idea what's happening throughout the whole episode.
It's a game of
It was fun. It
ping
was
pong.
really fun
It's
to
a game
watch.
of tennis. It's a big tennis
And
match.
I really want them to kiss. Is that weird?
I told you they're going to get together. That's been my prediction
I
this
know,
whole time.
but I want it more and more.
You see how Dan does that? Let me tell you something. I'm the one who's been saying since day one that these two characters were going to
Yeah,
get together.
yeah.
Dan's been like, oh no, we'll see.
Yeah. All right.
And slowly but surely,
You want to
he
tell
comes
them about the
this way.
Baron
Because
Lena thing then, too?
When
About how I'm
Nadine,
right about that?
when Nadine was here, we were having a moment saying woman's intuition is
here we
always
go.
right, and I don't understand why these men don't be. Anywho, so I believe that Gina can't be trusted.
There you go.
She has her own agenda, clearly has been since day one. So
Good
she's
theory.
playing games. He clearly is playing games because he lied, talking about he don't know him, but clearly
Then
he
he's like,
knew him.
Michael. He's like, how do you know me? Don't tell me that.
Right,
Yeah,
exactly.
La Habibi.
So no one can be trusted in this game. But
No.
who can in war?
It's
Like,
fun to watch them, though, go back
Oh,
and forth.
yeah,
I
it's
love it.
great
It's a
television.
really... And Dominic tonight flipping that chair over and, just showing those biceps. You must have loved that, silly, no? She's got a little crush.
my-
Jaylen.
Dominic Adams.
She got a little,
my-
she got a little
my
crush on.
moment,
She has notes about that
my-
particular moment. Look at
that
her.
moment, somewhere
You're
in
like,
here.
look at him
but I'm
biceps.
getting that's not what
He's
I
in
said.
Jamaica right now. If you look at his Instagram, you
Nope,
might see
I
more
don't-
Is he all
biceps.
tanned up
devil
right
is
now?
He's all tanned up,
Ooh, he's all
shirtless. He's
tanned
like,
up, Sally.
hello,
The
Dominic Adams, look at
devil
my
is a
abs.
liar. I am
working.
not.
But let me say something about Dominic Adams real quick.
Go for it.
Dominic Adams playing Michael Nasri. This dude is, I give him a huge shout out, man. He has brought to life the antagonist, right? He's brought to life the dark side of the show per se, right? But again, it's all perspective because he's this evil person that's done stuff, but he's so good at what he does that I've read on Twitter boards like fans are like, God, I want to hate him, but I can't.
I
It's
feel,
almost,
I
you
feel
know,
the same way.
and that I give credit to Dominic because he's a very good actor and he brings to life he brings colors to this character as opposed to just being this quote unquote like jihadist that is out for murder. There's life to it. There's reasonings to it, which again happens like in real life. Everybody has a justification for what they do, and it's never you're not say you're right or wrong about it, but it's very challenging, I would say, for an actor to really humanize that type of character. And that's a shout out to you, Dom. You're doing a great
Yes,
job, brother.
Amazing.
Really.
But it's like you said at the beginning of the show when you were like, bad versus good, but who's to say who is the bad guy, who is the good guy? And that's the thing.
Obviously, the SEALs are the good guys. Obviously.
There's some blurred lines here, but what I wrote is make it look like you own me. That was really, really hard to watch.
Right.
Again, quote unquote, he's the bad guy, the villain that we're supposed to like not care. But in that moment, it was so hard for me to watch him get beaten in that way. Yeah, that was tough.
Yeah, no, he's great. And then the new villain you're seeing, obviously, the Prince.
Yes.
Played by Nikolai Nikolov. Dope name, by the way. Hello, I'm Nikolai Nikolov.
Yeah.
He's Australian. He was here right now. I'd be like, Aussie, Aussie, Aussie. And he's like, oi, oi, oi. Why do you say that? It's like every Aussie that I say that to, they have to go, oi, oi, oi. But then they get mad, like, again. And it's like, I can't help myself. I'm the dumb American. It's like, Aussie, Aussie, Aussie. I just get excited for no reason. But Nikolai Nikolov is such a good name. Nikolai Nikolov. Great actor. The energy that this dude brought for the Prince, which you've seen unfold tonight.
Not enough yet, though.
Well, you saw some
right.
shit
Yes.
tonight.
Yeah, oh,
man.
yeah.
They cut
Yes.
off the hit. So
that is...
Nikolai, he's another one too that you'll see. Man, him and Dom, like both of them, bring in their A game.
It looks like they're going to be coming together pretty
to
soon.
have some,
And this is-
first Gina and Michael coming together, and now Nikolai.
No,
Make
no,
up
not
your
like
mind,
that.
dude. You never know in Hollywood. I mean, what are you talking about here, bro?
Not like
Yes,
that.
that
But no,
part.
it looks like they're going to be coming together in the next episode
Yeah.
as far as like a stand-up.
Maybe, I don't know. I just
We'll
know that
see.
don't mess with the Prince, man. He's a badass.
We
I'm telling
shall
you, he's be
see.
cutting people's throat with butterfly knives. And I told Nikolai, I was like, dude, 1975 called, man. They want their butterfly knife back. And he's like, shut up, I like it. The character uses
Yes.
Right, right,
I'm
right.
just jealous because you have a cool little butterfly knife, whatever.
You're hanging out of a helicopter shooting guns, man. I
Oh,
think that's
dude.
pretty cool,
Right.
dude.
Yeah, that was an experience. That was real, man. Some people were like, was that green screen? I was like, no.
No, I didn't
guys
think no, it was
really-
Not.
good.
We did not have stun doubles. Okay? Let me say that
No,
again.
to the
What
camera.
is the insurance
No
policy on
stunt. The insurance policy was was George Perkins praying.
it's right here.
Was our
It's
studio
right here. His
praying,
arms
saying,
holding
"Please
on."
don't kill our cast." The boys were on the Black Hawk, and I was on the Skid or Mini Bird. There's so many different names for this one, but mini helicopter for others who just say that. I'm sitting literally on like a pole, like I'm on the step of it, and I have one safety harness. I'm wearing my gear. I'm in full kit, so it's about like 40 pounds of gear, and then I have the sniper rifle, the HK-417. So altogether, that's like, for me, I think that was like 45 pounds. Helmet, everything, boots, blah, blah, blah. But I had a cord on my hip holding me and then one in the back. But that was it.
Right.
So they're like in the stunt coordinator's like, Tessie, you good? I'm like, yeah, I don't want to push too hard, man. I think I'm all right. I think I'm all right. And we were supposed to do a 10-minute test run just so I can get used to it and actually look like I've been doing this for years.
Sure.
So we took off and then we just kept going. And like when we took off, I was like, oh, and like the stomach, I'm like, I'm good. It's like a roller coaster. I got this. We started to get higher. And at one point, I think we reached almost up to 5,000 feet to get some really beautiful exterior shots. Then we came down. I think we did a lot of shots hovering, maybe around 2,500. But I was up there. First of all, it was freezing. It was like at 6:30 in the morning. I think we started, and my character has cut off, so he shows his arms, and I'm like, oh yeah, that's cool. What a stupid idea, fish. Like I'm like, why were you in long sleeves? And as we got up there, man, I'm not gonna lie, that first like 20 minutes, I was scared, man. I was like, oh my, and then I started to get more comfortable, deep breaths. Like, I've never done this before, right? Like, who sits on the edge of a helicopter in a civilian, like, you know?
Yeah.
And then I can hear in the comms when they would say, like, okay, camera's coming around, you know, fish, hold up and say your lines. And I'm like shivering, and then I kind of like, blah, 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 you know, see my lines.
Line, and
then when they cut, it's like, cut.
Shake.
But it was so beautiful. And then I see the boys across the block, and they're like, yeah. And I'm like, whatever, I look cool.
Guys.
They're just totally like, you know, it's such a military culture, right?
Yeah.
Like Eddie, and I can literally remember like it was yesterday. And they're all like, how you feeling now, fish? Badass sniper, woo. You know, and I'm like,
Wait, have cut off sleeves, man.
I'm like, whatever, man. I'm, you know, it's cold. But it was great. And then when we landed, Edwin ran over first. Some of the guys, they're like, yo, that was dope. Looks so cool. Oh my God. Oh, dude, your lips are blue, right?
Blue,
and I'm like,
blue lips, yeah.
And my hands on
Just
the
stuck
rifle
like
I'm
this?
holding, the gun, I was like, right? And I'm like, haha, guys, like funny, like joke's on me, like, yeah, lips, whatever. And then our director comes up, and he was British, Colin Buxton, and he goes, Jaylen, that was magnificent. Oh my God, your lips are blue. and I'm like, huh? What? I can't.
Oh man.
And then they're like,
feel it?
medic, and the medic comes up and he's like, you know what? You're on the brink of like hypothermia. He's like, how do you feel? I'm like, well, I'm freezing. And he's like, we need a warming jacket, whatever. And then our SEAL consultant, Mitchell Hall, and I think Steve Sanders was with us that day on there. They run up. And they're like, he doesn't need a warming coat. Get him off that. Make him do some push-ups. Come on.
Oh my
Like,
gosh.
I was on the helicopter for because I was up there maybe a total of 2 hours, I think, for the first segment, and then we did through the whole day. But they're like, imagine like, you know, being on that thing for like 5 hours through Afghanistan, the snow, it's cold, you know.
Jeez.
So you hear this and you're like, oh, okay.
I gotta step
And I
it
get
up
down,
now.
I'm doing push-ups, and it legitimately helped though. I did get warm, but then I looked at the medic. I was like, yo, man, if you want to put that warming coat over on my cast chair, I'm cool with that.
Right.
Pop it on. And then when Mitch looks over, I'm like, oh, yeah, I don't need it. Yeah. So us actors would find our little
That
loopholes.
ego, I tell you, that
Man.
ego will make you do some things.
Jaylen, as if you weren't embarrassed enough, we're going to get into the top 6 pictures that I found of you on the internet that I really enjoyed. And I think
so
it's going to
excited.
be fun for everyone to check these out.
PG or R? Here we go.
We don't know what they're going to be. Well,
Yeah.
wait. I do.
Well, wait.
You don't.
Yeah.
Ugh. Speaking of pictures, Chase was looking at some dead bodies at the top of this episode. I was like,
Yeah, and he counted. He was like 1, 2, 3.
I was like,
Well, I actually wrote in my notes, Chase is liking killing more and more every episode written right
yes,
there.
yes.
Yeah, Trevor's getting to him, and Chase and Fish are close, and I'm like, if you
bro,
pay
what's up?
attention in the earlier episodes, I'm giving him like that like the emoji
Side
side
eye,
eye,
yeah.
like that, like
looking.
I
What's
see you. I see
you know,
you. Yeah.
like what are you doing? You know, and then Chase
that's gonna
just ignores me.
Yeah.
that's gonna come out.
Might
gonna come
backfire. Better watch out.
All right, picture time.
Okay, are you ready? Are you ready?
You should be excited.
I'm
Man, I
excited.
don't know
We're
what's
gonna.
going on here.
I got some fun music too to go in the background.
Oh, okay. Our 80s cheesy music? Okay, let's do it.
And then Jaylen can beatbox too, apparently.
There we go.
All right, so the first picture we have this evening
Oh.
is
Oh.
what is this little number you got on,
no,
Jaylen?
dude.
Oh
What
my
is this
God.
from? Every
That-
kid in the
that
90s dressed like this, I
First
swear.
of all, that's The Rock Jr. right there. So Dwayne Johnson and I are clearly related. So don't hate, and somebody who sees this, send that to Dwayne and
Was
tell him
this
let's do
like
a
your
movie
first
together.
modeling job?
What is this? Tell us about it.
That was a young kid in LA, man, doing a cool ass boy band pose, dude.
Yes.
That was a cool headshot. That's what that was.
What was
And
the
I wasn't
rate
even
on that?
flexing. I clearly wasn't flexing.
Oh.
Side emoji. Side emoji.
He's lying.
I wasn't even flexing, obviously.
That left arm is flexing
Man,
so hard
I was
right
holding
now.
myself up. I almost fell over. That's really what happened.
I love this picture.
Is
Oh my
it?
gosh.
Can't
If you
believe
guys
you
are
found
listening
that.
to us on iTunes, then you're going to have to come to the
can't believe you
YouTube to
found
see
that.
these
That's
pictures.
hilarious.
It's about to get even more fun.
That's a cool dude.
Here's our next picture we have.
man.
Oh.
Now I was like, so you do like martial arts and stuff and stunts
Yeah.
and all that kind of stuff too.
Yes, I do.
Is
Yeah.
was that for that or that's just for?
That was
What was
me
that?
just, in an alleyway on a bridge in New Orleans. Like, I think I'm going to just do a jump kick and have someone take a photo. No,
No.
of course. That was for
Yeah,
a photo
right,
shoot
right.
that I had done.
Who-
It was one of the reps who said, like, they want, we need some photos of you doing action, doing kicks, doing different things. So I was like,
So
all
they
right.
oil you up for that too?
Oh, man, what happened?
They oil you up or it's sweaty or?
Don't tell me that's real.
Come on,
Stop
man.
Is
it.
that real sweat? I
That
don't know.
is
I just don't know how it works.
Yes, it's coconut oil. You have to look good for the shoot,
I just like to get
man.
you to say things, Jaylen. I know what's going on. I just like
cool.
it's fun. Here's our,
Yeah.
Let's get to our
I
next
was rocking
picture.
that coconut oil over there
Okay,
in
so
New
are
Orleans.
these in order of your top? Like
Yes.
this is
Oh, look at it.
6
Look at
through-
this one.
Wow.
Look how jacked up he is. Look at that six pack, bro. Look at that.
Dude.
Look how. Look
That's
Dude.
pre-dad. That's pre-dad, bod.
Wow.
That's different. That's more like.
What do you do to get a six pack like that, man? I need help. Come on.
First
dude.
of all, let's look at my expression because
That's that was great too.
This face.
that's hilarious. Right now, I'm just like,
This face.
will you hire me? I look like Taylor Lautner, and I want to be in Twilight. I don't know. I don't know what I was thinking.
What's
right
it
there.
from? A commercial shoot or I mean, like a print shoot or something?
That
or?
is that was for again. These are just more. That was a print shoot that we did for something. I don't remember, to be honest.
Those
But that
veins.
was-
Look at
that
that.
was-
You were
That's so
hydrated with all
funny.
those
That
veins
was-
showing.
I was dehydrated, probably. Look at
There you
that
go.
guy.
That's there you go.
Girl, what you talking?
See,
She's getting
I
hot
just-
over here, by the way.
This
Is
is
she
too
warm?
much.
Is she
I
warm?
cannot handle.
Here's our next
It's a
photo.
lot
Oh, there we go. I'm wearing
That's
clothing.
fun, right? That's a
This
good.
is a
That's
good
in a
one.
photo
So
booth,
that
right?
right there, yeah, that is the man. That right there is William Broyles,
Yes.
aka Bill Broyles.
That's right.
You look him up. He's only written a few gems like
Just a
Flags
few.
to Our Father, Flags to Our Fathers, Apollo 13, Castaway,
Yeah.
Jarhead. But that's Edwin in the back with that goofy ass smile. Donnie Boaz, who
Danny
played Buckley.
Boaz.
I think Barry Sloan's in there.
Yeah,
And Alex.
There's Kyle Schmidt.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, playing Alex Calder with a beautiful hat, and that's obviously the wild me with those big old
You
sunglasses.
look great in those glasses,
Yes.
man.
Dude,
Sun,
I know.
sun.
I'm such a big kid. Every photo I do, I always have to open my
It's that.
It's that gap thing. Can I just say how happy I am?
Hey,
Can I say how happy I am that we're Gap brother and
the Gap.
sisters?
That's
it's
right.
great.
I never noticed. Like I follow all the guys on the show and
I
I,
didn't
see our
notice
pictures,
either.
but
Yeah.
I've never noticed that he had a Gap
Until
too.
I started stalking him on the internet, I didn't notice you had the gap. I didn't know.
I'm gonna tell y'all right now. Hashtag respect the Gap.
That's right.
Hashtag
Put some respect on our
the
names.
Gap.
All right.
Yes.
All right, we're getting to our
Good
next,
photos, good
our next-
photos.
Yeah, there's only a couple left here.
Okay.
And here's the here's a nice one. Isn't that great?
Yes, I love
See?
it.
Those are my kids.
I love
They are
it.
awesome.
Yes, that's
So
my boy. He's
cute.
2 months old. His name is
So
Luca.
cute.
Luca Dean.
The best.
And my beautiful daughter, Lily Florence.
How old is she?
She is 3 and he's 2 months.
Oh,
Yeah, they're my world.
they're the best.
They are
I got
great.
to tuck them in before I came out here tonight.
Perfect.
Oh, yay.
It was like Twitter party, live fans, this and this, and then story time, reading Rapunzel, and then rocking the baby, and then yeah, it was nice.
Well, Jaylen, if you like that photo, you're gonna love this next one. Bam!
Oh my gosh.
I can't believe I didn't think it
Now
was
that's
you.
Dwayne Johnson from like 1988 right there, dude. There he
It
had-
is.
Didn't
right
think
here.
that was you. That is you in high school. Is that right?
What did you find? I forgot about that.
Dude, I can't believe I found it. I didn't think it was you, and I had to like go on your Twitter
Look
to
at
make
that
sure.
cool
and-
pose. That dude is.
This guy.
Who
That's the
told you to
hotness.
sit like that? Like you gotta sit like this, or you guys are all you?
Obviously,
Where did you go to high school?
I chose the pose. I mean, that photo is actually from. That's when I moved from the Bay Area. Because I grew up in Oakland. I moved from the Bay and had to go to Omaha, Nebraska. And that photo was taken in Omaha, Nebraska.
You trying to show these people in Omaha that you got
I'm
some
like,
Oakland
I got some
swag.
swag.
You
I'm
were
like,
like, I'm from Oakland.
I had like the V-neck sweater with the gold chain. I think I had a rope chain.
Oh,
right?
Oh,
like
okay.
all the R&B boy bands, right?
Okay.
Like, but
Well, you know, Jaylen, I didn't want you to.
black jeans with some boots. I
I didn't want you to feel bad, so
Jagged
I
edge.
found some more pictures that you might enjoy, just so we're on the same page as you.
Oh,
God.
gosh.
And they're coming up here in a
Oh,
second.
man.
Who is that? Is that
That's
Sally in high school?
me in high school.
Yes.
That's my,
Look at you.
that's my prom
She
picture.
looks the same though. She looks exactly the same. You haven't
I know,
aged
you
at
don't
all.
age.
It's so crazy.
You
that,
don't age.
That was so long ago. I
She's like,
graduated,
that was yesterday. Oh my God.
What year is that? Sally?
I graduated high school in 2005. So that was a while ago.
Well, if you want to see who's next, you're going to see a picture from 2002.
Okay.
And that is of me.
Look at
dude.
Dan.
Look at those arms.
That would be before I started working out, I believe.
Dude, are you
and,
wearing cargo pants from Abercrombie and
Damn.
Fitch? Are those
Damn.
cargo pants? Are you wearing a Guayabera?
I hadn't quite grown into my face yet.
What's he wearing?
What is happening?
You know,
What's in the
That's-
back? First of all, where are you?
That
What
is
lake
the-
is that?
You know, that is the lake I grew up on. I was very lucky. I got to grow up on the lake. That's my house. That's like right. That's where how close I
Well,
was.
Oh,
Look at
you
that.
won't like that.
Right.
Excuse me.
See, I haven't
I
like
did my
that.
high school photo inside of like a garage.
But,
in front of a lake.
Those pants are just next level, just baggy slacks from 2002, apparently.
American
Wow.
Eagle or
It's got to be American Eagle. It's something awful.
or
Yeah.
Abercrombie.
Either one.
I'm gonna call American Eagle because the drawstring.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go
on the
with
side.
St. John's Bay, if you know that brand,
St.
because I don't think I went for.
Aeropostale. Was that Aeropostale?
I wasn't cool enough. I went.
Spencer's. What's going on over there?
That was so cool. I love that. That was fun.
I'm glad you guys enjoyed it.
Thanks.
I had
Oh
fun
man,
creating it.
you dug those up. That was
Yes,
cool.
that was dope.
That was fun.
Let's talk some news.
Okay.
Let's do some news, Sally.
Let's do it.
And yeah, the news tonight is I think we should definitely talk about Savannah Welch.
Yes.
And I know you know her story,
Mm-hmm.
and Sally and I did a little research on her story about how she actually in 2016 she actually lost her leg. That wasn't digitally done and throughout the
No,
show.
that's
She
real.
has one leg.
Yes.
Yeah.
And
a
I
lot
know-
of people were asking that on Twitter too.
Right.
And so, just tell them again, Savannah Welch plays Dawn
Yeah, go ahead,
in,
yeah.
in our show
Mm-hmm.
in episode 5 that you saw. Her story is incredible, and she saved her child's life. And it was a car, I believe, that smashed up against her, and she lost her right leg. And this was, I believe, this was her first acting job, her first big one
After post.
post the injury, and talk about the role of a lifetime.
Wow.
Like they wrote this never even knowing her, and then they found her, and she just crushed it.
She was
on
so good
screen.
tonight.
I
She
mean-
was so authentic, so real. I think she's got a bright future ahead of her, man.
Yeah.
She can definitely go far if she wants to,
Right.
in showbiz.
I mean, she has
Yeah.
real life stuff to tap into, the good and the unfortunate. And the thing about divine timing and alignment and how things happen, even when bad things happen, it turns out for the greater good, is what we have to believe in and trust in and put our hope in and faith in, because if we just sit in the gore of life, we'll be in a very dark place for a long time. So it's about thinking about even when the darkness happens, how we can still find the light in the darkness. So
Yeah.
that's dope.
Shout out to her for sure.
Yeah.
On her
Her
performance.
whole story, I think you'd find. Where'd you find it online?
Oh yeah, I just went online, and I luckily wasn't. It was really hard to find information on her at first, and then finally
Yeah.
I went on Bear's Twitter or someone's Twitter. I'm sorry, I say Bear, but
Yes.
Barry Sloan.
Barry
Yes,
Sloan's
Barry
Twitter,
Sloan.
and he had a thing that said "Great performance by Kyle Schmidt,"
She's
and
so
then he had-
beautiful too. Look at her.
there she is.
Yeah,
She's
if
gorgeous.
y'all look her up, I don't know her Twitter. That's a new one.
Yeah, he
That's
had
a
it.
new-
He had it as a hashtag, as if she
What's
didn't
up?
have a Twitter handle. He had it as a hashtag. So I'm not sure if she does.
Right.
I don't know hers, but yeah, if you guys Google or look her up, you'll see stuff, and I'll reach out to her actually and see.
Yeah. Maybe
what's
we can
going
have her
on.
on the show too.
I would
She's
love to
she's
have her.
not-
Oh
she
my,
doesn't
that'd
live
be
here- she doesn't live
fantastic.
here in LA.
Oh,
But maybe if you.
where does
can
she?
Skype
Do you know
her.
where she's at? That's all right.
I think she's
Yeah.
in Texas.
Texas?
Texas.
Oh wow. She's
Yeah,
gorgeous.
she's great.
She's
great.
awesome.
Oh, she's beautiful.
Yeah.
Inside and out. Like that's the thing is when you meet her,
Right.
And right away, like when I met her on set, I was like, she just was warm, like hi, like, and actually, I didn't even know because she was wearing pants the day I met her. I didn't even know. I was like, oh, it's a new actor, and I was wait, is that the girl playing Dawn? And Kyle's like, yeah. I was like, oh, that's cool. And then I said, oh, so they're gonna put like a little green sleeve on her, or what? He's like, no, dude, that she's missing a leg. I'm like, what? I can't even. And then she showed me. I was like, oh my gosh,
Yeah.
that's crazy. Yeah.
We got 5 minutes left. Let's get to predictions.
Oh.
Predictions for the rest of the season.
Oh my
Here we
God.
go.
Your AfterBuzz TV.
Well. Okay.
Sally, you look like you have some notes there on predictions. Go for it.
Well, this is the thing. I got some things that I want to drop in there that I didn't get to drop in earlier.
Okay, sure.
The moment where Calder said, "I've been afraid of not mattering." That was just really, really big. And I feel like, again, the writing in this and this show, just showing that human beings matter. People matter. The people who serve this country matter. The wives of the folks who serve matter. Like, just being
Yeah.
able to see the humanity. So I just wanted to put that out there.
No, that's right.
you
And
know.
what he also said was worrying about himself. He was worried about worrying about
Yeah.
himself more than his brothers,
Right.
which was very interesting because you're
Right.
putting everybody else before your own. Usually.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can compromise your operation if you're not in the right mindset.
Yes. I love that. So, okay, predictions.
Oh, snap.
Well,
What are you gonna try to get out of me?
You know, I've already been 2 for 2. Okay, so when Nadine was here, I predicted that Marissa was gonna come from Annabelle, and we saw that tonight. Marissa has made contact.
She
So I
has.
just want to go ahead and say that I called it.
You did good.
My prediction.
Wasn't that a funny moment, by the way? I think if a little girl was taking pictures of me behind a bush
that whole
and
scene
then
was
walked up
weird.
and said,
just like
can we
taking
be
pictures
friends?
of
I'd be
you.
like, sure.
Yeah, that scene was weird.
These
That was
darn
funny.
millennials.
We all laughed at that. We're like, yeah, millennials. Anyway, sorry. Go
So
ahead.
trusting. Like,
So what's your prediction? What do you think?
Well, I still think Bear and Lena are done. Every episode is just worse and worse.
well, here's the thing.
He's jumping to conclusions with Nathan, but then again, I would too probably, so that's fine.
Here's the thing.
Is he though? Is he though?
I don't know if
She
he's.
says because she
Nathan's
hasn't had
kinda
intercourse with him,
pressing.
I'm saying yes. Just because of that, Jaylen. I'm serious.
What?
They haven't had. She hasn't had sex with Nathan yet.
Well, you know, when
Her and Nadine had a little talk. The girl talk.
Listen.
We have to watch a girl talk. A fly on the wall. A
Listen,
little girl talk.
when Nadine was like, spill the tea, girl, just tell me what's going on. Did you do it? Did you not do it?
Right.
She kept it real with her girl, but there's a spark there. There's a human, this is her art teacher. So I predict that because Bear's letting the bear out, you know, and he's getting his tempers a little out of control, that's just gonna push her away and push her into his arms. See, that's the problem. That's why she said, this is not how we get back together.
Right.
Keep a cool head, play nice, you know, and you might get. But anyway, men sometimes don't get that part, so that's fine.
An art teacher. And let's not talk about that.
Listen, sidebar though.
Fishbait don't like him.
Oh,
He's in his
interesting.
sights. Anyway, go ahead.
Sidebar, I do want to know where Barry Sloan gets all these darn bear gifts. Because when I tell you,
dude, I
every
saw him
time he
today.
tweets
He was
me,
sitting next to me.
he'll tweet me with the bear gift, and I love
It's
it.
great. It's great. The
hilarious.
bear waving to us just like that. That was really funny. Yeah.
True story though. If you go to season 1, Bear isn't really Bear. Bear. Joe Graves got the nickname Bear, Bare, because he did something in
Naked or
Buds
something?
or running naked, and so but that I guess joke didn't stick, and now he's like, no, I'm Bear like an animal. I'm like, no, you're still always bare ass to us, but that's cool.
Wow. Interesting.
So yes, the
Bear and
bear is losing his temper, and he's gonna I believe he's gonna make this happen. I think Michael, I'm gonna stick to it. Michael and Gina are gonna get together because she clearly killed this Russian to save Michael. She came up in there, pat, 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 2 to the back.
Was it 3 pats?
I think it was 3.
Does she like pat him like that?
Now she
Ooh,
said,
hi-oh.
pat, pat. You know,
like-
little,
She pat, pat, pat.
Little Russian bear like to destroy you.
Do Michael and Gina get together?
do Michael and Gina get together?
Dude, man, that's a good question.
You know, does Fishbait get with anybody?
Yeah, you gonna hook
Who
up?
you got?
Why don't you ask David Broyles?
To
You know,
If
you got a
Fishbait
love
gets with
interest.
anybody.
Because let me tell you something. When Chase got a love interest, I had all the side eyes. I texted him. I said, who's this chick and why? You got some explaining to do.
I don't know, Fish. We'll find out.
I want to
guess.
know.
Man, I want to know too.
Well, let's get Fishbait a love interest.
I think you can
wanna
answer us
see
this
it.
right before we go here, though. Your character's going to get another really good storyline before the end of the season, right? Like, because in this episode you weren't featured enough, as far as I'm concerned.
And
so
for this episode, correct. Yes.
You'll have a good-
Every character almost opens up more. Yeah,
Right.
like last episode, I had a lot. There was, where last episode, remember, it was a family
yeah,
member.
on
that
4.
I met
Oh, on
in
4. I thought you meant last episode of this
And
season.
3 and 4 was a lot of good stuff with Fishbait that
Yes.
you're starting to see unravel. So 5, not so much. 6, you're going to see some.
Good.
And then I think 7, 8, probably. I think 8 is a really good one for Fishbait.
Is there 10 episodes this
Yes,
season?
there's 10. So, yeah, you're definitely going to see a lot of this stuff unfold with Fishbait.
I'm excited.
I know you want more, man, and I almost slept. I'm like, I can't.
What are your predictions, Dan? What do you think?
I'm still, I got the Bear and the Lena thing still going. And I do, next episode, what's her face? Marissa is going to be at Buddha's
the house.
At the house, like in the house, hanging out, and then she's good. Then Nadine's gonna come home or whatever.
I do have a question, and I know Fishbait can't answer it. Darn it. Do you think Gina's gonna do this trade with Michael?
She's all about.
So
she's number
you
one.
think she's gonna show up and give Prince Michael? You think she's gonna do that, or
I'm
do you
gonna-
think
all right,
she's
fine.
Well,
compromising?
so far from what you've watched,
I'm gonna
what do you see in her character?
It would
So-
be a yes, but I'm going to say she doesn't because I want them to hook up. Right? That's what we're going to say?
I don't think it's gonna be that cut and dry, to be honest.
Not, yeah.
No.
There's 5 more episodes left.
No,
Like,
it's
it's
not
not going to
gonna-
happen in episode 6. Like, that's all done. 4 more episodes left.
Right.
You know?
Right.
Episode 9. Oh, kiss.
Oh, yeah.
Perfect.
All right. Okay.
It's going to be a good story.
That was my
That's all I
question.
got.
I wanted
That's
to
a
know.
very
Do
good
you
question.
think she's gonna do the trade?
All right. Well, I want to thank Jaylen
Yes,
Moore for
thank
being
you.
in studio with us
Thank you.
tonight. Had a great interview. Loved talking to you. It was
Yes.
fantastic. Loved looking at you shirtless on the picture in the screen there.
Right. So much fun hanging
Oh
out.
my God,
really
yeah,
was.
love the photos you guys brought up. That's amazing. Thank
6
you.
on History, Episode 5. My name is Daniel Lindgren. You can follow me at the Dan Lindgren on all things social. Jaylen, why don't you give out all your social
Jaylen
stuff?
Moore on Instagram, Jaylen1118. That's my birthday, November 18th. Jaylen, Jaylen 1118. On Twitter, Jaylen_Moore.
Not only are we Gap brothers and sisters, we're Scorpios. November 20th.
Whoa!
Birthday bash in AfterBuzz.
I already knew. This is why I love this guy. So
See?
you can follow me, your favorite Afro Latina, at all things at Selly Hangouts. And we'll see y'all next week.
We will see y'all next week. Thank you guys so much.
Thank y'all for having me. Appreciate it.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.